we've been providing services well over 24 years, almost 25 years. And from that first year of serving about 43, 45 youth, last year we served well over 2,500 youth just in our outpatient program. We believe we've served well over 50,000 individuals that we have touched through all of our programming. That is a lot of children on the Treasure Coast. And that is why we created Tykes Teens, was to be able to have that kind of impact to get kids on the right trajectory so that they could be successful adults. Well, our original vision when we created the outpatient program is that no matter what your status was, that you would get access, not to access to care, but access to quality care. So emphasis on training and supervision of our staff is paramount, that the quality of services you get here is the same thing you would get in the private sector. So of course, grant writing and fundraising are essential in order, one, to provide the training and supervision for those staff, but as well as to supplement the cost that an individual needs in order to be able to get the service.
The services that have been provided have been high quality. So thinking about the infant programs and making a difference and being able to change patterns of family systems and building relationships with young children and letting them know that they have choices and they can choose a different path. And the challenge is, for an organization that's a nonprofit, is to take that same high level of quality and be able to replicate it throughout the Treasure Coast. So it takes funding, it takes development, and it takes a community working together to provide support for an organization like Tykes Teens.
Our headquarters, located in Palm City, is the anchor of our programming. Families enter, check in, and await their weekly or bi-weekly session with a master's level psychotherapist. The majority of this space is therapist offices, where children from infants to adolescents are seen. Play therapy is a common intervention for the very young children we see, especially those who have experienced trauma, such as sexual abuse, domestic violence, or the loss of a parent. Sand trays are used during this therapy, and children play using figurines which often tell the therapist the story of what the child is feeling or enduring. Many therapists also engage the children with arts and crafts and games. A conference room provides space for our group sessions within the Youth Enrichment Services program, which helps teens at risk of using or already using drugs or alcohol or engaging in other risky behaviors. Other group interventions include dialectical behavior therapy and social skills groups for children on the autism spectrum. The majority of our administrative and leadership staff are housed in this location, which has more than 7,500 square feet and 22 offices. We opened our first satellite office in Hobe Sound in 2015 to create greater accessibility to counseling for residents of southern Martin County. General mental health for children and teens is provided at this location. Our expansion into Jensen Beach in 2016 allowed for two important things: greater accessibility to counseling services for residents of northern Martin and St. Lucie counties, and a home base for our infant mental health program. Infant mental health is provided to very young children and their parents and uses child-parent psychotherapy to strengthen relationships and addresses cycles of abuse and addiction within families. Our school-based counseling services are offered at Jensen Beach Elementary and High School, as they are at every public school site in Martin County. Prevention programming is also conducted at school sites, including Botman Life Skills in elementary schools and the Alcohol Literacy Challenge curriculum in middle and high schools. In April 2019, we became the first nonprofit to win the Impact 100 St. Lucie Award, giving us $100,000 to launch an outpatient office in St. Lucie County. This funding allowed us to lease space in St. Lucie West, which we chose due to its proximity to I-95, making it accessible to families in all areas of St. Lucie County. We began offering services in the space less than 6 months later. In addition to direct counseling services, we provide targeted case management out of this location, providing wraparound services for families who are struggling with paying bills, transportation, or other basic needs. We also offer community-based care in St. Lucie, including infant mental health in the home and child care setting, trauma-informed care training in schools and other youth-serving organizations, and a unique partnership called Trust that provides training and ongoing support for staff of after-school programs to help them react and respond appropriately to children who have experienced trauma. Our expansion into Indian River County began in 2016 with our Infant Mental Health Services and Healthy Families, a child abuse prevention program aimed at building the confidence and coping skills of vulnerable pregnant women and new mothers. Relatively unknown in the community, we were thrilled to receive the Indian River Impact 100 grant in 2018, which allowed us to expand our infant mental health consultation work in partnership with child care centers across the county. This innovative work with very young children was a natural fit with the kindergarten readiness and early learning initiatives being prioritized in Indian River. Recognizing that we were filling a long-time unmet need for mental health services in Vero and the surrounding areas, several additional funders stepped up to bring more of our services to Indian River. This includes our Alternative to Out-of-School Suspension program, in partnership with the Gifford Youth Achievement Center, which provides a safe, supervised day program for suspended students where they receive both academic assistance and counseling. Our office on Indian River Boulevard has provided a home base for our Vero services as we look to expand services there and increase accessibility to high-quality mental health programming for children of all ages.